Hi everyone, and welcome to the Critical Languages Boren, Gilman, and Freeman Asia presentation. We're going to wait a few minutes for people to get in, and yeah. Hi everyone, welcome on in. Thank you all for coming. How's it going? I know you guys can't talk back to me, but I think it's kind of neat. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to get settled and get in here, but while we're waiting, I was just wondering, what are the languages that you all are interested in? Most of these scholarships are for critical languages, but not all of them are, so I was just wondering. All right. Feel free to comment in the comment box. I will tell you that the question box is a little harder for me to check. So if you have a question, it would be much easier if you put it into the comment box. Hooray, we have some Japanese students, some students studying Korean. This is awesome. This is exactly what this is for. I'm so grateful that you all are here. Let's get started. Today, what we're going to be talking about are 4 different scholarships that can help you get abroad, essentially, and study abroad and study whatever your language is. Oh, hello, another Japanese student. This is fantastic. My name is Dr. Hightower, and I am the Assistant Director of the Nationally Competitive Scholarships Office, and along with Dr. Lin, who's the boss, and who's the I've just lost her title, actually. But she's the boss. And over in Gainesville, we have Dr. Quinto. The 3 of us, along with our graduate assistant, Mandy Lucido, we work with you all to find different opportunities. So it looks like we've kind of stabilized. So let's talk a little bit about these opportunities. Now, the first group of opportunities we're going to talk about are need-based scholarships. All right, scholarships that for some reason, everyone is here because we all need money. I get that. But these are scholarships that are made specifically for students who have a financial need. The first one is the Gilman. The Gilman Award allows you to go abroad for either a summer, a semester, or a full academic year. It allows you to go almost anywhere and study almost anything. The only catch is that you have to be on a Pell Grant. So if you're on a Pell Grant, this is a great scholarship for you. It doesn't take a whole lot of writing. It doesn't take a whole lot of document collection or anything like that. It's a fairly painless scholarship to apply for, and it's one that helps you kind of get your foot in the door. All right, and it provides up to about $7,500, which can be quite substantial. The second type of need-based scholarship that I'm going to talk about is the Freeman Asia Scholarship, and we have some Japanese and some Korean students in here, so this one might be for you. Freeman Asia does something very similar to Gilman. You can go abroad for a summer, a semester, or a full academic year. And unlike Gilman, you just have to express financial need, all right? So this is wonderful for students who have financial need, but maybe who aren't on a Pell Grant. And here's the key, you have to want to go to East Asia, all right? And this one provides about $7,000 as well. You can study language, you can study content. Both Gilman and Freeman Asia could also fund maybe an internship abroad if you're in strategic studies or in an IA major, something like that. These are amazing scholarships, and they are need-based. Now, the next 2 we're going to talk about are not need-based, all right? And those are the Boren Scholarship and Critical Language Scholarship, all right? And if anytime you all have questions, just type them in that comment box, and I'm happy to answer them. And at the end, we'll have a Q&A. All right. So the Boren Award it's one of my favorite scholarships. It's a security-based scholarship, and anyone who is interested in working in the federal government, this is a scholarship for you. Because the other thing that the Boren Award requires is that when you finish your Boren Award and you finish your degree, they want you to work for the federal government for a year. They require it. And you get special status to help you. You get special job ads that are aimed at you as a Boren awardee. And I will tell you that literally 2 days ago, one of our former Borens from UNG just got the provisional offer of a job because of her Boren status. So this actually does work. The Boren Award will send you abroad to study language with some content or do some sort of internship for preferably 25 weeks or more. Now, if you're a STEM student, so science, technology, engineering, or math, or if you're an ROTC student, you can go abroad for a little bit less, a shorter period of time. But they do want you abroad for a substantial amount of time so that you can, absorb that experience of being wherever it is you want to be and really get that practice with the language, because it is fundamentally a critical language scholarship. Now, the Boren Award allows you or funds you up to $20,000 if you are abroad for 25 weeks or more. If you're abroad for less than 25 weeks, well, then you get less than $20,000. It's an amazing scholarship. The big key is that you have to be wanting to work for the federal government. And I assure you that the federal government is a wide, vast place, and you can want to work almost anywhere in it, and it would work for the Boren Award. So it's something to think about, especially if you want to get to a higher level of proficiency, which I'm assuming most of you do. Now, the last scholarship we're going to talk about is the Critical Languages Scholarship. This is a specifically summer scholarship to go abroad one summer. Now, the key with this one, there's always a catch, right? The catch with this one is that you get to choose your language. You don't get to choose your location. Now, for some languages like Japanese and Korean, which are represented here, we pretty much know where you're going to go to study Japanese or Korean. But if you're studying another critical language, maybe Chinese, Mandarin, maybe Russian or Arabic, you choose the language, you don't necessarily choose the place. And so that can be a little confusing for some students, a little uncomfortable, but I assure you all of the places that the Critical Language Scholarship sends you are amazing. Even if you're not excited about them when you go, most people are excited once they have been there and experienced it. All right? This is a fully funded opportunity, and it is just, it's a wonderful summer experience. It is very immersive. It is very, very, it's very intense. And some of you are in SLI, I suspect. So you're getting that intense experience now, but this is intensity brought up to another level. All right. So those are the 4 scholarships that we've talked about. The Freeman Asia, let's go in order of when they're due. How about we do that? The Gilman Award is usually due in October. All right. The Critical Language Scholarship tends to be due in November. The Boren Award is due in February. Then you get a second crack at Gilman, if you didn't get it the first time, in March. And then Freeman Asia is due in usually early April. So that's our due dates. Now, I see a question that says, is it just for summer? The Critical Language Scholarship it is specifically a summer scholarship. The other 3, it's up to you how you do it. It could be summer, it could be semester, it could be full year, or it could be a combination. All right. A really great combination for the Boren Award is a summer plus a semester. It's a great way to get to that 25 weeks. All right. So as we start to wrap up, I just want to talk to you a little bit about what we do at our office in nationally competitive scholarships. We help you. All right. Writing scholarship drafts is an incredibly important skill, and it's a skill that transfers outside of the scholarship world because it's the same type of writing that you'll be doing whenever you're applying for a job, if you're writing a cover letter or anything like that. It's a skill and it's an experience and it's practice of putting your experience on a page in a way that your employer wants to read, or more importantly, wants to hire you. All right. And so with nationally competitive scholarships, when you're writing these drafts, you have people, me, Dr. Lynn and Dr. Quinto, looking at your drafts to help you make sure that you're presenting yourself in the best way possible and you're getting experience with that. And I think that is completely invaluable because when I came out of college, I had no idea how to write any of this. And if it wasn't for some of my mentors, I would not have a job. So the fact that you could get this experience in college and potentially win money to go abroad seems really great, like a great opportunity for me or to me. So what do we do here at the scholarships office? Well, we help you. We think about what are the opportunities for you? What is your path? We help you imagine a path if you don't know what your career path might be, right? A lot of times when I first started studying language, I studied Arabic. I had no idea really what I wanted to do with it or how it fit. At Nationally Competitive Scholarships, we help you talk through that. We help you think about what that path could look like and what your options are, and we help you articulate it in ways that are really important. The other thing we do is we mentor you throughout the drafting process. We are there with you, helping you with your drafts, helping you with your application, and we're there to help you celebrate when you hit submit because that can be one of the scariest times. All right? So that's a little bit about what we do, and those are some scholarships that are really going to be helpful to you if you're studying critical language. So, does anyone have any questions? I don't see any. Now, if you are interested, and as the questions kind of percolate in your head, just go ahead and type them in the chat box. If you are interested in learning more about these scholarships or in setting up a meeting to talk with one of us, be me, Dr. Lynn, or Dr. Quinto, you can do it by going to NCS, Nationally Competitive Scholarships, ncsadvising.ung.edu, and you can set up an appointment to meet with one of us. If you just want some more information, you can always email us at ncs.ung.edu. And Mandate, I love that name. Which scholarship do you suggest we start with? Well, I think it really depends on where you are and what your goals are. If you're on a Pell Grant, then a Gilman is a great way to start. It's a nice ease into the scholarship writing process. For those of you who are in like SLI, I think trying for a Gilman if you can, Freeman Asia if you can, and maybe CLS. To get you thinking about and maximizing your opportunities for next summer. Hopefully next summer we will all be able to go abroad. But I will say that one of the things that CLS did, the Critical Language Scholarship did this year, was they allowed students to continue their language study at home. So they had the experience of the intensive study, but they got to do it at home. And most of you doing SLI right now are experiencing that too. So you have experience with it. But they were really flexible in terms of getting it all on board. Is there a limit or constraints around stacking any of these scholarships together? It really depends on the scholarship, but generally no. Most scholarships, a lot of these scholarships can be combined. And you can stack them practically all day long. They also work with your financial aid, and they also work with any other types of scholarships that you have. But we can talk more about that when you come in and talk with us and we start thinking about and strategizing how to best maximize your study abroad time and your effort overall. Any other questions? All right. Do any of the scholarships have a minimum language proficiency requirement? That's a great question. CLS actually does, but for those of you who are studying at North Georgia, almost all of you are going to be able to meet that. Usually it's 1 to 2 years depending on the language. But this isn't 1 to 2 calendar years. It's 1 to 2 school semester years. So for those of you who are in linked classes or those of you in SLI, you're getting a year just in SLI. So all of you who are in SLI right now are eligible for all of the languages that we have as long as you continue with them into the school year. Are we doing appointments through phone or face-to-face? We're doing most of our appointments right now are done through Microsoft Teams or Zoom or something like that. We're not doing face-to-face quite yet, but come the fall, as long as everything holds the way it is, we will be doing face-to-face advising, if that's what you're interested in. Another question, which scholarship can support the internships? The Boren, the Gilman, and the Freeman Asia. We can talk about how you can combine an internship and language study. Sometimes it depends on what institute you're studying at or what program you choose. Sometimes in the case of Boren, it's just about how do you express how you're going to use that critical language effectively in your internship. But Boren, Gilman, and Freeman Asia can help support an internship. So those are great questions. Thank you all. Any other questions? Well, if you think of any, feel free to send us an email at ncs@ung.edu, or you can set up an appointment at ncsadvising.ung.edu. All right, and like I said, you can set up an appointment with me. I'm Dr. Hightower. You can talk to Dr. Lin, or you can talk to Dr. Quinto. Dr. Quinto tends to handle students on the Gainesville campus. And thank you, Dr. Lin, for putting the appointment information, and thank you, Mandy, as well. And Ashlyn, it's my pleasure. We love what we do at this office, so please come talk with us, and we can help you. We can help you decide and find a path. Ultimately, that's what we do. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you all have a great day.